Let's bring in law and crime host and legal analyst Terri Austin for more on both of these big trials. She has been with us from the very beginning. Good morning, Terri. Let's talk about what you make of the defense seeking a mistrial without prejudice over this low-resolution video.
Well, I'm not surprised. We've seen motions for mistrials in both of these cases, actually, and I think that the basis for this particular motion for mistrial is not extremely effective. To say that because the footage is not of high quality, and I do think the prosecution explained very well to the court why there was this mix-up when they downloaded the footage from an iPhone to an Android phone, and somehow the quality wasn't quite the same. And so I don't think there was any intention to have the different quality of videos given to the defense as opposed to what the prosecution is doing. So I think that the grounds for this mistrial are really not as effective as they could have been. Frankly, had they tried to move for a mistrial because of the fact that Binger was saying that it was not the defendant's right to remain silent or something from a constitutional perspective, I think that would have been different. But I think these grounds are basically not as solid as some of the other grounds might have been.
Well, as we know, video has played a very big part in this trial. All types of video, right? Cell phone video. There's been bloggers out there shooting their live stream video. And then there was this drone video of the incident, which played a vital role. And the jury actually wanted to see it again and review it. And they ended up reviewing it for 46 minutes in the courtroom. What do you think? Does that shed light on which way they might be leaning? And why do you think they wanted to watch that again? I'm wondering if there was a split in the jury and someone needed to see it again to be convinced to go one way or another. What are your thoughts?
I think they really wanted to see what happened in both of the incidents. And incident one is obviously the incident involving Rosenbaum. Incident two, where we saw the others getting shot, Huber being killed and Gage actually getting injured. I think the drone video was important for them because they're trying to determine whether or not Rosenbaum was attacking Kyle Rittenhouse. And they wanted to see step by step, frame by frame, what exactly was happening there. And they spent, 45 minutes doing it because I think it's an important question, this whole question of whether or not Kyle Rittenhouse provoked the situation, whether or not he can assert self-defense, whether or not, if he did in fact provoke, he retreated before he started trying to defend himself again. So I think there are a lot of questions that the jury has. And to me, Kira, it indicates they're taking this very seriously. They listened to the charges, and they're trying to follow step by step whether or not Kyle Rittenhouse really has the grounds to argue self-defense in this case.
All right. Well, we are still waiting for a verdict, and of course, we'll bring that to you live when it happens. We'll be talking about that, indeed, Terri. Let's move on to Ahmaud Arbery and the murder trial there. Were you surprised to see Travis McMichael take the stand? I mean, we sure were. We know that the judge had sworn everybody in, and they had the right to testify or not testify. What do you think? Was that a good move by the defense?
I was actually surprised, Kira. Look, they have every right to not put any of the defendants on the stand. And normally you don't see a defendant going on the stand. And certainly you wouldn't see a defendant get up on the stand as the very first witness. So it was surprising to me, but I think it makes sense. He is actually, Travis McMichael, is the one who pulled the trigger. He's the one who's claiming that Ahmaud Arbery actually was attacking him. You heard that testimony where he got a bit upset. He looked as though he was about to cry, and he was thinking about his young son and life and death situation. And so I think it was important for the defense to show what exactly was going through Travis McMichael's mind at the time of the incident. He's probably the most important person to put on that stand. So I think that's why they decided to call him first, walk through everything that happened that day prior to the incident and before that to show what was going on in that community. The fact that everyone was afraid all of these incidents had occurred, that's an important part of their claim as well, that they were just responding to what was going on in the community. So I thought it was a good move, and I think he did fairly well. I think it was a bit rehearsed, but overall he did a good job. We'll see how he holds up under cross-examination.
All right, Terry, one more question. The judge set to rule on whether the jury can hear about Travis McMichael allegedly using a racial slur after he shot and killed Arbery. Should he allow that? And, of course, this could make an impact on this case, no doubt.
Yes, and you know that the state is researching that tonight. She asked for more time to go through that for today. I think it should come in, and here's why. There are two reasons it would be argued to stay out. One, that it's hearsay, and two, that under 404, it's character evidence, which really shouldn't come in unless it's showing intent. So I think under both of those arguments, the state could prevail. It's not hearsay, it's an excited utterance. And under 404, it does show some intent. So I'm leaning towards, I think she'll be able to get it in, but it is going to be a very, very stringent, strong argument on both sides. And I think it could be prejudicial, and that's why you have to weigh that. And so we'll see what happens.
All right, Terri Austin, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.